Hello everybody, my name is Connor and I am here with Robert Lucci versus Zoro Sanji. And this Zoro Sanji is actually, as you can see by the Sengoku, is the 7 Warlords package. And this list looks so much fun. So he ends up grabbing the Mihawk that can play out a character with that Sengoku search and passing turn. And we top deck our stage, which is great. I go 6 into lead, minusing Sengoku to get some boys in the trash, Suru and the stage, and he goes ahead and counters out. I tap 2, play Annie's lobby, and pass turn. So I feel like this game, I'm sorry about the bouncing camera. The table was moving a lot and I couldn't do too much about it. I will try and fix it in editing, so if you don't see any bouncing, don't worry about it. But my opponent goes ahead, plays the Mihawk into Weevil, and then leader abilities to return the Mihawk and stand the Weevil. So honestly, just kind of a brutal play for my opponent there. And I don't want to deal with that Weevil. He's swinging 6, I end up taking it. Don't really want to deal with that Weevil. It is a little bit annoying to deal with, honestly. Just being that 6k body swinging into me. So I'm thinking about playing Brook, but as we all know, math is hard. So, and the wording on the Brook card, the 3-cost Brook, it does confuse me. So there is a game where I think you've seen me count Dawn several times and just things like that. So I end up milling the Sabo and the Spandam, which of course I mill Sabo, I usually do. A minus Weevil down to a 3-cost and swing 6 at lead. Realistically, I think I could have swung 7. My opponent goes ahead and takes it. And I tap Annie's lobby, minusing Weevil down 2 more, making him a 1-cost. And yeah, so I can play Brook. At this point I realize, okay, I can play Brook. He will pop Weevil. And I think I left the Dawn up because I thought maybe I could, because I'm bad at math, honestly. Although he did take the 6k swing, so not the worst thing. But a 7k swing I think would have been a little, I like swinging 7s. It feels good. I know you got to give me 2 cards or, just take it. So, but we do get the Weevil off the board, but I do know one of the cards he has in his hand is the Mihawk that can play out a rested / character, that's a pretty cool ability. Thankfully, Mihawk can't play out Jinbei into, that'd be awful. I mean, it'd be great if you were playing it, but again, the Mihawk into Weevil, seeing that same play, and it works. And I'm trying to make sure that I'm putting my cards in front of the camera, but I'm pretty focused in the game. So 7k swing coming at me. He goes ahead, pops him back to life, pops the Mihawk back to life, and restands the Weevil. I go ahead and counter out of this. I want Rebecca in trash, but since he had another Dawn up, I wasn't really sure what he was going to do. So I felt like countering out was the play, and he ends up playing Sengoku. So honestly, not too upset with that choice. I feel like it gets Rebecca in trash, and sure, I could probably have played a lot of this a lot better, but we live and we learn. But off the Sengoku, he ends up getting a 10-cost Doflamingo, which I didn't really consider until I saw him get it, and I was like, oh, okay. So we will go ahead. I think we'll go ahead since Brook is still on the field. I think we're most likely going to utilize Brook to pop Weevil just to get him off the board once again. 3 life for my opponent, 4 life for me. The layout shows you guys that, but I don't have the layout right now in my commentary. So Annie's lobby, I get my little dice, minusing it to 2. Although I swear my opponent always has better dice than I do. I need to get some cool dice. With the 2 Dawn, I end up swinging 6, minusing him again. We get that 2k Mihawk out of his hand, which is cool. And then I go 5 at life, popping the Weevil. Did I mill? I did not mill. I think I'm gonna mill here. I think I'm looking through my trash, realizing I didn't mill to get that minus effect, and I'm just making sure it's cool with my opponent. Like, I'm good. Can I mill? I totally forgot to do that with Lucci. You know, it's locals. My opponent's a pretty cool dude, so he says, yeah, you know, go, of course. I don't know if it's more of a benefit to not mill or a hindrance to, like, a, you know, I don't know. So we end up getting Sabo, and we draw 2, trash 2, and my hand is kind of tough. I don't really want to discard the Isho because I think Isho could be pretty useful. It's a large body, and it minuses by 3, so I end up keeping the Isho. I know I can use Tempest Kick here, and yeah, I'm hoping that he doesn't have much to do against the Weevil, but he ends up tapping 7 Dawn and sending both of my bodies to the bottom. So I am okay with the fact that I discarded the Brook, you know. I'm cool with that. And then we get the 0 cost event out of life, and we then top deck a Gecko. So our hand is looking very non-counter, but if I can stay alive long enough, I think I can do some damage here. So it just kind of depends on what we see. I go ahead and I tap 8 to play out the Isho because my opponent has some big boys in hand. I get a 2k Mihawk and a 10 cost Doflamingo. So I'm pretty pleased about that. Although one thing I didn't connect is that he in fact did have a 10 cost Doflamingo. You know, he pulled one off of search. I mill another Tempest Kick and my other Sabo. I swear, I think I mill Sabo more than I see him, but that kind of is the nature of the Rob Lucci deck. So, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, so we pass turn. We got the Isho on board. I'm not thinking that he can do much. I'm thinking he can't do too much with Isho, which is nice. But knowing my luck, I'm thinking wrong. I didn't really know what to expect. Excuse me, playing against this deck, it wasn't really something I had seen a lot of. I had heard, like, rumors, or not rumors, but, like, I'd heard it, you know, around, like, people were running it. But yeah, I hadn't played against it yet, and I am thinking about trying to put it together just for one of our fun decks. I'm thinking that we do a couple fun decks because I am experiencing a lot of Lucci v Lucci, and I can tell you guys are over the Lucci v Lucci matches, so I will try and keep those to a minimum. But my opponent goes ahead and drops the the Kuma, which lets you look at the top 2 cards after playing Doflamingo, and let's see, the Jinbei into the Gecko. And Gecko takes back a Mihawk. So we do know he has a 2k in hand, and we are at 10 Dawn now. So I can definitely do some damage with Isho and dropping a Gecko for sure. So I end up tapping 1, 2. Do I end up actually tapping 1? I feel like I should hold on to the Tempest Kick, but I don't. So that's a mistake. I think I'm just trying to get more counter in my hand. And of course now we get the Lucci. I don't think we have a Lucci in trash at this moment, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, I end up playing the Tempest Kick, and then I also kind of remember, like, oh, Isho minuses everything by 3, and his board is all 4 costs or less. Excuse me, sorry, it was a long week at work, but, yeah, so we put the Dawn on Isho. Everything is minus now. So definitely should have held on to the Tempest Kick. You know, seeing that he has Dofi, like he drew a stand, or he got a standard Dofi. We pulled with Isho, we pulled a alt art Dofi. I think seeing that, we should have held on to the Tempest Kick. But these are things I don't think about until I watch after, and that's not helpful. But I think I fuck up here. I end up playing attaching a Dawn, thinking I still have an extra Dawn, forgetting that I Tempest kicked and put a Dawn on Isho. So my opponent's like, okay, no Gecko, and I'm like, oh shit, no Gecko. So I think we end up hard playing Lucci, I think. Which, if I was gonna hard play Lucci, I would have swung way harder into lead. But he does give us the 2k there, so that is cool. I end up tapping 4, and I drop the Lucci, and I pop, I think, not Borsalino, excuse me. I think I pop Jinbei and Dofi, I think, which, oh no, okay, so I end up popping Gecko and Dofi. I'm okay with that. And I'm looking through my trash to return some cards to the bottom of my deck, and I return all. I think I also kind of think I have to return CP. Like, I know I want the Tempest kicks that I've milled. I want to return those, and then I end up returning a 2 cost. I think I would have been okay returning one of the Sabos. I think that would have been a better choice, but you live and you learn. I tap 1 to get the Spandom, and we end up getting another 2k Khalifa, which is great, putting Spandom and Spandine in trash. And then I figure with this, I just go ahead and swing and then leave 2 Dawn up. My opponent ends up taking it, and I am feeling pretty confident in this spot right here. Definitely feeling like I could survive most things. My opponent goes ahead and swings a 5k. I counter another 5k. I think I take this. I feel like I should take this. Yep, we take this. We get Tempest kick, and I go ahead and KO the Kuma just because I know 1 less body on board. But then he drops the 10 cost Dofi, freezing my board, and I remember thinking like, oh shit, I wish I had Tempest kick. So I do double check. I do ask, like, you know, oh, can I use the Isho ability even if he's frozen? And yes, you can, so that's cool. So I put the Dawn there, just to make sure that I get that -3 effect. And I think I'm gonna Gecko this turn. I think that is the play. I don't think I have. I think the only thing I have to pop anything is a. I don't think I have a Lucci in my trash. I'm like pretty sure this was the first Lucci I've seen. Yeah, just peeking through. I think the only thing I have to pop anything right now is a Brook, which is the 3 cost Brook, which is unfortunate. I do have some some of the 4 drop Brooks. So if I think I'm trying to decide what to do here, and I end up going 5 into Jinbei. Yeah, I decided not to drop the Gecko just because I can't pop the Dofi. And I think at this point I'm thinking, okay, I need to clear the board. So I go 7 at Jinbei, and then drop Borsalino and pass turn. And I'm still feeling pretty good. I'm thinking if I can keep some of my board up, like, you know, that's fine. If he swings into Lucci at all, I'm letting Lucci go. That puts him in trash for Gecko. And yeah, so that's a solid, like, I think that's a pretty good choice for me. I've got Borsalino up, and I feel like I don't, because I could get Borsalino back with the Gecko, so I think he swings, there's a chance he swings a lead here. Yeah, he swings lead, I take it, I get Rebecca, he swings 5, I think I counter with Rebecca, yep. And he drops 10, and he drops another Dofi, and I'm like, oh shit. So we get a Rebecca off the top of our trash. And I'm like, okay. Exactly, Vi. I can't, there's not much I can do. I'm gonna leave the Dawn on Isho in hopes that I can math it out. Realistically, I don't know if taking the Dawn or putting the Dawn, using the Dawn anywhere else would be helpful, because I'm worried about, I'm trying to block her up. I'm trying to, you know, give me something, you know. So we make the standing Dofi a 5 cost, and I'm hoping, I'm trying so hard to get the math right, and I can get him to, I think, a 2 cost, a 3 cost. I can get him to a 3 cost, so even if I have because all I have is Surus, I'm not seeing any of my Helmeppos. This version of my list, though, only ran 1 Helmeppo, so I definitely, I was at 4 Luccis, 4 Rebeccas, and 1 Helmeppo, and I'm definitely feeling the pain from that, so I tap 8 to play, and I gotta fix my sleeve. I play Gecko, and if I'm not mistaken, I end up, yeah, I'm trying to figure out my best course of action here, and I think I Rebecca, and I can't spam you know, Lucci, or Spandime Lucci, anything like that, so definitely really stuck here. But so I just end up dropping Gecko to bring back a Rebecca and passing turn. I can't swing here because of the fact that I, you know, he 10 cost Dofi me, he's frozen, or I'm, you know, my bodies are frozen, and I'm thinking, okay, I need Borsalino to protect me from, you know, this. So he ends up swinging, and realistically, I do mess this up. He swings, what is that? 7, I think. He swings 7 here. And I 2K. Does he swing 7? If I 2K, that's not enough. I think 6. He must have swung 6. He taps 3, I think. Yeah, to play out the Kuma. Yeah, 3 to play out Kuma. Look at the top 2. He ends up grabbing the Weevil. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, that's 1 less counter. He's not 10 cost Dofiing me. I think I can survive this turn here. You know, take this hit, blocker the 2 Dofis. So he restands the Sengoku. And realistically, I should have known Warlords with the Sengoku. You know, our Warlords package. Yeah, so I take this last hit. It's a Suru. He taps 2. He Perfume Femurs and swings 12. So I could have perhaps come back if I didn't. But and it's really funny that he used Perfume Femur and got the win against me, because he posted in the local Discord and was like, does anyone have these? And I was like, yeah, dude, I'll bring one for you tonight. So, you know, but that was, you know, he asked for them like a day before the tournament, and, you know, my memory's bad. But yeah, so I think, yeah, so I don't feel like I played super poorly, but, you know, I definitely don't think I played as well as I could have. I think I was definitely hindered by not seeing that 1 Helmeppo, which hasn't been too much of an issue for me until now. So I did up the amount of Helmeppos in my list. Unfortunately, just had a rough go of it at the following tournament, but the list felt good. So, yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to be posting games from that tournament. I think one of the games at least, but yeah, so we might have a couple more sim videos. I think we're going to try the Warlords list in this video on the sim. We might go back to try Reiju and, you know, tweak Vegapunk to be something I can make. And then I will probably, I will most likely post a poll on what you guys want to see as far as fun decks go. But yeah, So that is going to do it for me, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you can ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.